Hey, what's up YouTube? Welcome to my channel, Ask Jimmy Smith. Today, I'm excited to be bringing to you a topic that is near and dear to my heart, which is on overcoming procrastination and boosting productivity as an entrepreneur. Now, for those of you that may not know me, I've run multiple businesses. I currently have multiple, some in the software space, some in the services space, and one in particular in the Amazon and e-commerce space that I have the majority of my channel revolve around. And in that time, over these last 7 years of building these businesses, I have gone through a lot of different things from a productivity and procrastination standpoint. And if you are tired of having a to-do list that looks like this with things on front and back of paper, or you're dealing with a lot of post-it notes around your desk, then this is the video for you, because I want to go through what has worked best for me to overcome my procrastination and help me to become much more productive. And it really comes down to 3 simple tips. And the very first tip is to get an actual physical calendar. Now, I know for many of you, this is going to sound crazy. This is real basic. Maybe you've heard this before, or you've tried this before and it hasn't worked, but the next 2 steps are what's helped me the most. However, having this physical calendar has helped me tremendously because I'm able to write things down, cross it off, and I also have an online calendar with my Google Calendar that is synced up. So for me, it gives me a great visual. Plus, I love to be able to cross things off in my calendar whenever I finish those particular activities that I've scheduled out. But ultimately, it gives me a very good thing to look at. Now, while that's very basic, the second tip is also something you may have heard, to write your goals up in the top corner. You can see that the goals that I would write underneath this section. Now, there is another section, which is tip number 3, but let me focus on goals first, because the goals give you the opportunity to be focusing on the things that you are moving towards. And it doesn't have to be just business goals. It could be if you've got a particular weight goal that you have, or maybe a food goal, or maybe a friends and family goal. Write down all those goals so that you're constantly focused on that thing as you're moving through your day. It's an excellent item to be writing down in the morning before you start your day. If you want, you can write it down at the end of the day before you go to bed as well. I've heard that helps people too. I personally like to do it before I start my day so that I can be focused on the right things moving forward. It gives me that motivation to finish the things on my list. For the third tip, and to me the most important tip, and it's actually one that I learned from a very big podcaster. His name is Andy Frisella.
Some people do it with being happy. Busy people understand busy people.
And he actually runs a podcast, not very family friendly from the language that is used, just FYI. But this one tip has truly changed my life. And so I want to share it with my audience as well. And that tip is to have a power list. And so you can see in this section, I have done this for the last couple years at this point. There's a power list with the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And what that is, the list of 5 things that I have to get done that day to move my business and my life forward. And once I'm done with those 5 things, I can be done for the day. If I'm done with those 5 things at 11 a.m., I can stop, I can go watch a movie, I can do whatever I want. Now, me being who I am, I end up going to a to-do list and still doing other things that I'd like to get done for my business and other goals that I have. But those 5 things, if you are accomplishing those on a day in, day out basis, you will see your productivity levels skyrocket because you are doing something that the majority of other people do not do. They may go to work, they get their work done, then they come home. They might do one thing that pushes their business or life forward, but most people don't do that. They procrastinate, they continue to put it off. So if you can get those 5 things done each and every day, you're gonna see a lot of progress compound over time. The goal is at the end of the day, once you've done all 5 of those things, you have won the day. And so you can write a W at the top and circle it. And then you try to win more days in the week than you lost. So you've won the week. You try to win more weeks in the month than you lost, and then you win the month, right? And so on and so forth. The more days that you can win, the more progress you are making in your business and in your personal life. It doesn't have to just be business things. For me, it might be that I want to work out that day. It might be something that I want to create a YouTube video that day. Maybe it's a really important meeting that I have to get done, or maybe I have to do 5 calls or 10 calls or whatever it might be in my business or in my personal life. I will put on my power list. Now, once that becomes a habit, I can't just continue to put it on that list because then it's easy for me to accomplish and I'm just making it easier than it should be. So you want to make them difficult things to get done. But ultimately, if you can accomplish those 5 things, then you are going to be way ahead. And even if you accomplish 3 or 4 things, you're going to be way ahead of the rest of the other people that are trying to, or ultimately not trying to do much in their business and in their life because they aren't doing 3, 4, 5 things. Now, if you don't get all 5 of those things, you end up getting 4 or 3 or 2, then you've lost that day. And while that is annoying for someone like me. I don't like to put L's at the top of my paper. It does keep me motivated. So those 3 tips, first and foremost, get a paper calendar. The second tip is to look and start writing your goals up in that calendar as well, so you've got it all organized. And the third tip is to have that power list of 5 things that you have to get done to move your business or life forward. These 3 tips have transformed my life probably more than any other course I've ever taken in most cases, because I've been able to take the information out of courses, take the information from YouTube videos, and put them into action by using this calendar. Now, the caveat is for those of you that might say, well, I'm no good with calendars. Unfortunately, if you're no good with calendars, okay, maybe you don't use the calendar aspect, you're not writing everything down hour by hour like I try to do, but you can still write down your goals. You can still write down a 5-item power list that moves your business and your life forward. Those are the things that you can take action on, that you can focus on completing. Because if you try to zoom out and say, I want to have $1 million per year Amazon business, and you're at 0, well, the only way to get there is by taking consistent action. If you want to get stronger in the gym, the only way to do that is by going to the gym, right? There are different things that you have to do to hit your ultimate goals. And so by focusing on your goals and focusing on those key activities to get you to those goals, you're going to see much more results than you've ever seen in your life. And I can guarantee that if you take these 2 to 3 free tips, apply them into your life, and do them on a consistent basis, you will see better results than you have ever seen without doing these key activities. I've seen it work in multiple other people that I know, and it's worked personally for me on a tremendous level. So I hope that this one tip to overcome procrastination and to ultimately increase the productivity in your life will help you as much as it's helped me. What tips do you have? Leave them in the comments below so that I can check them out and maybe share them on future videos, or maybe even try them in my own life, because I've tried dozens of different things to get rid of procrastination and improve my productivity. But ultimately, what are your thoughts on this video? Leave the comments below. I hope that this video helped you and blessed you, and I hope you have a great rest of your day and a blessed rest of your week. What's up, YouTube? Before you click off of this video, I want to tell you about this free Facebook group that I'm a part of and that I help lead and run. I've been in this for 7 years and have been promoted to be an admin and a moderator in it. And this is the group that has helped me transform my business and the businesses of thousands of other people. There's actually over 70,000 members in this group that are active, answering questions every day. So if you go to bit.ly/MST group, then you will get linked to the My Silent Team Facebook group. And in there, you can see lives that happen every week. You can see all the questions that get answered. I'm in there answering questions. It's a great place to fellowship and to network with other sellers so you can all grow together. I personally really love it. I know you will too. So again, that's at bit.ly/MST group. Hope to see you in there.